Hey everybody, welcome back to Electric is Better. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between mountain bike gear, more specifically downhill mountain bike gear. What's the difference between that and actual motocross gear? So we've been racing the Sur-ron for a really long time, and it's actually a question that I had always thought about whenever I'm riding the bike, is it better to wear mountain bike gear or is it better to wear dirt bike gear, since the Sur-ron, the Segway, and now the Talaria all live in between a mountain bike and a full-on dirt bike. What's the best gear to have for it? So this is a question that I had for a really long time, and I finally got my hands on some mountain bike gear, and I've always worn my motocross gear, so I know what that kind of stuff is like. So now we're just going to be talking about what the actual difference is. And before we get the video started, a huge shout out to eBikeZilla for sending me this jersey, pants, and helmet. They're all downhill stuff to check out. I'll put their link down to the website in the description. They're an awesome company to deal with whenever you're buying parts for these bikes. We're also going to be getting the Talaria Sting from them, so thank you again for that. Again guys, go hit them up, links down in the description. Let's get back into the video. So first, just a little bit of context here guys, so you guys understand. This is all fly racing gear. All the pants, jerseys, and helmets are the same size, so I tried to do as even of comparison as possible. I realize that some designs for either side can vary, but this is just the differences that I had with the same gear from the same company. Okay guys, so we're going to start out with talking about the helmets. They probably have the most significant of differences between the two categories. We're going to start out with the downhill mountain bike helmet, which is much lighter than the dirt bike helmet. On the interior of the helmet, there's about an inch of padding in the mountain bike helmet versus about 2 inches in the motocross helmet, which makes the motocross helmet a bit bigger even though they're both larges. In addition to that, the mouth guard of the mountain bike helmet is also, I wouldn't call it flimsy, but it's definitely not as sturdy as the dirt bike helmet. The mountain bike helmet though is a lot more breathable. It has big holes on the side and on the front of the mouth guard that make it really easy to breathe, versus the dirt bike helmet, which has the sides closed on the mouth guard and then it has a mesh in the front. So all in all, the downhill mountain bike is a lot more breathable. It's a lot more lightweight than the dirt bike helmet, and I think it would be fine for riding around the yard or practice riding or wheelies. I wouldn't, however, take it racing with me or anywhere on a track. I wouldn't trust it to protect my head during a fall. These electric dirt bikes are kind of small, but that does not mean that they go slow, and you're able to crash very hard and get really hurt if you don't have the right protection on. So I wouldn't trust the downhill mountain bike to protect my head. And on top of that, when you're riding with other riders, anyone that has done this, the mesh in the front on the dirt bike helmet is critical, because you will get a throat full of dust or dirt or whatever if there's nothing there guarding it. So that's another reason that I wouldn't trust it. I will be using the downhill mountain bike just to putter around and practice wheelies, and just when I'm out cruising, which I always recommend to have a helmet on. But when I actually take the bike out and ride it and race it, I'm going to have the dirt bike helmet on. Next up is jerseys, and in between the mountain bike jersey and the dirt bike jersey, I can't really tell any significant differences. My dirt bike jersey that I have on right now is a little bit more breathable. It has like a mesh on the side, but other than that, there's not really a difference in the jerseys. Same material, same size, so not too much to talk about here. Next up are the gloves, and just overall the mountain bike gloves are going to be a lot thinner. They're also slip on and slip off, so they don't have any straps like the dirt bike gloves do. I also don't really like that the mountain bike gloves don't have any padding really anywhere on the gloves, where the motocross gloves have a ton of padding around your knuckles, and they have a big extra padding on your thumb so you don't get blisters anywhere. So in general, the motocross gloves are going to be a lot more heavy duty than your mountain bike gloves. I've actually already rode in a race with mountain bike gloves, and it is not fun. You do get blisters in between your thumb and your fingers. So definitely whenever I'm riding, I'm going to be wearing my motocross gloves. Next up are the pants. Both pants are made pretty much out of the same materials. The motocross pants are going to be a little bit more rugged. Most motocross pants also have a big pad on the inner of your leg to prevent you from burning yourself on your bike. Obviously, this isn't a problem if you're riding an electric dirt bike. The motocross pants also have really nice stretch points around your knees and on the inners of your legs, which is nice. So that makes them pretty flexible and comfy to wear. But what I was really surprised with are the downhill mountain bike pants. They have a lot more stretch points, and that makes them a lot more comfy to wear. They also have a lot more holes to make them breathable. They don't have the pads on the side for the heat, which is unnecessary anyway if you're riding an electric dirt bike. And these have pockets, which is awesome. They have back pockets and front pockets that are zipped, which I love. The only thing that I don't really like about them, they taper off kind of at the bottom. They're not quite like skinny jeans. They don't suction cup to your legs. But when you get toward the bottom of the legs, it does get a little bit tight, but it doesn't really bother me that much because I'm going to have my boots on anyway. So I definitely prefer the downhill mountain bike pants over the motocross pants. A lot more breathable, a lot more comfy to wear, and they have pockets. So what else can you ask for? Lastly, we can talk about footwear or shoes or boots or whatever you want to call them. This category for these are kind of unfair because mountain bikers usually just wear tennis shoes, where motocross riders wear actual dirt bike boots. And I think it's fine. I wear tennis shoes when I'm just out putting around or riding the bikes, but whenever I go out and actually ride and race, I always have my motocross boots on because your feet can get destroyed if you don't have them protected. So for this category, it's a little hard to compare them because they're both completely different shoes. I always personally wear my dirt bike boots whenever I go out and ride. So guys, with all that in mind, this is what I end up wearing when I'm riding. I got my downhill mountain bike pants on. The jersey doesn't really matter. They're both the same, but I got my downhill one on right here. I got my dirt bike gloves on because they're a little bit more heavy duty. I got my motocross helmet on, which is going to be a lot better at protecting me if I ever fall. And then I got my boots on, my motocross boots. It kind of makes sense since you have a dirt bike that's kind of small like a mountain bike. So I end up mix and matching dirt bike gear with downhill mountain bike gear, and it really worked. This is a really nice middle ground. Alright guys, well that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Remember to always ride safe, guys. Wear your helmet, your chest protector, your boots, gloves, goggles, all that fun jazz. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.